fire, and I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burned, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Do, 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 do.
That's Matthew, my oldest son, who by all accounts is a perfectly healthy young boy. He loves to play outside, loves to do things that boys like to do, was born into a welcoming home, and is just a great kid. On September 9, 2016, my wife and I enrolled him in a therapeutic boarding school. It was one of the hardest things that we had ever done. Why would we do this? Matthew wasn't sick. Matthew was perfectly healthy. The reality is Matthew was struggling with mental health challenges, challenges that are hard to diagnose, challenges that are hard to understand. Kristen and I had spent years talking with doctors and therapists, taking him to meetings at schools, working with the programs on IEPs, trying to make him successful. These challenges manifested themselves in the manner in which he would interact with his peers, interact with his parents, and really try to get through the day. Life at home was rough. We never knew when a simple task or a simple request would blow up into a major argument, or sometimes even worse. It's incredible what a child of that age can do to reduce a seemingly mature, older human being. Little is known about how to treat these challenges in kids. We do know that 1 in 5 children in this country deal with some type of learning disability or mental health challenge, and that 80% of mental health illnesses in older years start in childhood. But we knew this was more about Matthew. It was also going to have to be about us. We were part of this journey, and we had to find a place to discover what is real and true about the world around us. It also led me to ask a different question about being a father. Who's leading who? It's one thing to have a position. It's one thing to have a title. It's another thing to be able to meet people where they are. And these are the lessons learned that I'm trying to absorb every single day and to grow as we're going with Matthew. What does it mean to be a father? I had an image in my mind of what it meant. And why was this so hard? I was well educated. I had had great positions like former state CIO. I should be able to fix these things. But leadership is not a position. Leadership is not a title. It's not something we just get to do because we were born into it. Leadership is a choice. We have to learn how to meet people where they are. It's something we hear about all the time. It's something I heard about all the time. But until Matthew came around and started showing me these things, it was hard for me to really absorb that. How do we spend some time walking closer to people to help understand what's going on in their lives so that we can then lead them, influence them, and maybe learn a little bit more about ourselves? Our authority is limited. A father's authority is limited. Our authority as leaders is limited. Just telling somebody to go do something doesn't always yield the result that you want. Oftentimes it's counterproductive. Serving as a guide, trying to bring people along with you, it's a lot easier said than done. I thought it'd be easy to tell my children what to do. We all know it's not that simple. Empathy matters. We hear the word empathy a lot. We try to use it. It's a difficult thing to do. Taking the time to learn what's going on in somebody else's life, taking the time to walk in somebody else's shoes, is something that as a leader, we must be able to do to influence those around us and to bring them on a journey. Acknowledging your limits helps others grow. It was difficult for us as parents to say that we need help. You don't want to have to say that. But by doing that, we've given Matthew a chance at a better life. And quite frankly, we're helping ourselves as well. It's hard to think that this little kid at this age could cause so much turmoil inside a family. I know we all say that about our kids. And it's hard to believe that we would ever be at this point with him. But he's taken us on a journey. He's shown us a lot about leadership. We're learning more from him than I think he's learned from us. Thank you all for your time.